Well, you might have heard this news. Elon Musk making some waves in the race to replace retiring Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell. Musk cutting a $10 million check to back candidate and businessman Nate Morris. And Nate Morris joins us now. Great to have you here. Just to show everybody on the board, this would be the primary matchup right now. Kentucky, former Attorney General of Kentucky, Daniel Cameron. And then you have Congressman Andy Barr. And now you, Nate Morris, here. Elon Musk backed you for this race. What do you think is the most important issue that you would like to try to help solve for Kentuckians?
Well, you know, Dana, I think we've been in a crisis with our border for generations. And thank goodness for President Trump. He sealed the border. But I think the next step is we've got to make sure every illegal goes back in our country. You know, I've called for a full moratorium on any new immigration coming into our country until every illegal goes back. Dana, we were invaded under Joe Biden with 20 million illegals. And we've got to make sure, for the sake of our country and the sake of Western civilization, that all these folks go back where they came from.
And you think that's the #1 issue for the people of Kentucky?
Absolutely. I think immigration is a defining issue of our time. And I think we've got to make sure every one of these folks go back that's here illegally.
All right. This is the campaign manager for Andy Barr on the news that Elon Musk was donating big time to your campaign and backing you. He said the more money Nate Morris spends, the more Kentuckians get to see him, and the worse he does. Nate Morris spending money made this a two-man race between Andy Barr and Daniel Cameron. Nate Morris spending more money will cement it that way. How do you respond to that?
You know, I'm not a career politician. You know, Andy Barr is somebody who's been in politics for nearly 2 decades. And this is a guy who's part of the problem. And what we've seen with President Trump is that outsiders, business people, people that don't need the job and don't need the money, these are the people that get results for our country. And that's why I'm in this race, is to go to Washington, D.C., to fight for the Trump agenda. And we need more and more people that are coming from the outside, because we know those are the folks that are going to get results for the country. And I think that's what Elon Musk saw in our candidacy, that we're an entrepreneur, a job creator. You know, Dane, I've created thousands of jobs in my career, and I think that's what the country needs right now. And that's why we're in this race, and that's why we're going to win. Tell
people about the business you founded.
You know, I built one of the largest waste management companies in the United States, starting with a $10,000 line of credit, grew that to nearly $700 million in revenue, and took on some of the biggest players in the waste industry, people like Bill Gates. And I think it's time to take out the trash in Washington, Dana. We know we need a change. And we've had someone in the U.S. Senate for the last 40 years. And that person stabbed the president in the back over and over again. And it's time for a clean break, and we need something totally different.
Do you think you can win this race without a Trump endorsement?
You know, Dana, we're going to run a great campaign. We're going to fight for every inch, and we would be so honored to earn the Trump endorsement. But we're going to run our race, and we're going to run our race to win, and that's what we're doing every day. And I think that's what Elon Musk saw in our campaign, is that we have an incredible campaign that we've put together, and we're going to continue to execute on that strategy every day and show the people of Kentucky that we're an outsider, we're a business person, and we've got to have something totally different than what we've had for the last 40 years.
All right, Nate Morris, it's been a long time since a race like this took place in Kentucky. We will follow it with interest. Thanks for joining our show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Want even more Fox News on YouTube? Become a Fox News Patriot today. Click join to find out how.